Download and upload more than ever before with an ultra-fast fiber connection. With 3 simple steps, you can be the one with an SLT fiber optic connection. Visit slt.lk.
National Day celebrations. State celebrations to mark 71st National Day of Sri Lanka held under the patronage of the President. Uniting as one. Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit says that forming a new constitution is not the solution to the issue in the north. Fallen heroes. Remains of 2 Sri Lankan peacekeepers killed in Mali brought to Sri Lanka. Is Ava gang really in existence? A youth from the north explains how the name of the gang came to be.
From Derana, this is Derana First at 9. Live from Studio 24 in Colombo.
A very good evening and welcome to First at 9 on Derana 24, Sri Lanka's news channel. I'm Katharina Chang. Now tonight we start off our bulletin straight to the National Day celebrations, which is we celebrate the 71 years of Sri Lanka's independence from the British rule. Now it was ceremoniously observed at the Goldface Green this morning. The state ceremony was held under patronage of President Maithripala Sirisena. President of Maldives, Mohammed Ibrahim Soli, attended the ceremony as the chief guest today.
The official state ceremony to mark the 71st National Day was held at the Goldface Green today.
කතානායක දේශබන්දු කරු ජයසූරිය මැතිතුමාගේ සම්ප්‍රාප්තිය එනපු ජනාධිපති කරු මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ මැතිතුමා ප්‍රධාන පීඨිකාව අභියසදී
await the arrival of the Honourable Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe.
President of the Maldives Ibrahim Mohammed Soli attended the official ceremony as the chief guest of this year. First Lady of the Maldives Fazna Ahmed and a high-level delegation also accompanied President Soli today. Religious leaders, ministers, members of the parliament, senior government officials as well as other dignitaries were also seen in attendance.
ජනාධිපතිවන්ගේ නිල රථය ශ්‍රී ලංකා දජය සහ ජනාධිපති දජය
The event commenced with President Maithripala Sirisena hoisting Sri Lanka's national flag. A 2-minute silence was also observed in honor of the fallen heroes of the country. A guard of honor was then accorded for the head of state by the Tri-Forces, which was followed by a 21-gun salute. Address of President Sirisena was followed by a parade comprising of nearly 6,000 officers of the Tri-Forces, police special task force, as well as civil defence forces at the ceremony today.
මහඟු මෙහෙවරක් ශ්‍රී ලංකා පොලිසිය සිදු කරනු ලබන පොලිස් විශේෂ කාර්ය බළකා නිලධාරී බලයනිය සම්මානය.
The first ever multi-barrel rocket launcher produced by the Department of Defence Research and Development of the Ministry of Defence was also exhibited during the parade. Aerobatics performed by the Tri-Forces from about 7,000 feet above the sea level attracted the attention of the viewers.
The Goldface Green. Yeah, it's quite hot outside.
Various cultural performances were also held during the occasion. The ceremony concluded with the national anthem being sung from the Tamil language.
මාලදිවෙන් ජනාධිපතිතුමන්ට ආචාර කරමින් සම්භාවනීය ආරාධිතයන් සමග ගත කරමින් සිටිනවා.
During his speech at the state ceremony to mark the 71st National Day, President Maithripala Sirisena made a critical political statement today. Responding to recent media reports, the head of state expressed his strong objection over the establishment of a national government with a single political party and one parliamentarian.
අප රටේ අතීතයේ සිට සියලු නායකයින් එක ලෙස වගකී යුතු 30 අවුරුදු යුද්ධය අවසන් වී දශකයක් ගෙවී ගිය තැනද රටේ සියලු දෙනාට එකඟ විය හැකි පූර්ණ දේශපාලන විසඳුමකට පැමිණීමට අපට නොහැකි වීම කනගාටුවට කරුණක්. හේතු කුමන ආකාර වුවත් වගකී යුත්තන් කවුරුන් වුවත් අප රට හා ජනතාව මීට දශක ගණනාවක සිටම අපේක්ෂා කළ ආර්ථික සංවර්ධනය රටට ළඟා කර දීමට දේශපාලන නායකයින් ලෙස අප සියල්ල අසමත් වී ඇත. 2015 අප විසින් ප්‍රධාන වශයෙන්ම ප්‍රධාන දේශපාලන පක්ෂයෙක් වූ ජාතික ආණ්ඩුවක් පිහිටුවා බව ඔබ අප කවුරුත් දන්නවා. එයින් රටට විශාල අප සේවයක් කළා. එහෙත් කළ යුතුව තිබූ බොහෝ දේ අප නොසලකා හැරියා. එමෙන්ම නොකළ යුතු දේද කළා. සෑම විටම ජනතාව ආණ්ඩු මාරු කිරීමකින් තම වගකීම ඉටු කර තිබෙනවා. ඒත් බලයට බොහෝ ආණ්ඩු කළේ ජනතා අපේක්ෂා බිඳීමයි. අද සමාජයේ පිරිහීම් පෙන්නුම් කරන ප්‍රධාන කැඩපතක් බවට ජනතාව පාර්ලිමේන්තුව දකි. උතුරේ ජනයා අවුරුදු 35කට පසු වඩාත් නිදහසින් ජීවත් වූයේ ගෙවී ගිය සිව්වසර බව මාගේ විශ්වාසයයි. අද වාර්ෂික අයවැය යෝජනා වලින් පළාත් සභාවලට වෙන් කරන මුදලින් සංවර්ධනයට ප්‍රාග්ධනයට වෙන්වන්නේ 15% පමණයි. පුනරාවර්තන වියදම් නඩත්තු වියදම් 85%ක් එයින්. මේවා උඩු යටු කිරීමට අප වහා කටයුතු කළ යුතුයි. වසර එකහමාරකට ආසන්න කාලයක් තුළ පළාත් සභා මැතිවරණ නොපැවැත්වීම ප්‍රජාතන්ත්‍රවාදයට අභියෝගයක් ලෙසයි මා දකින්නේ. යෝජිත ජාතික ආණ්ඩුවක් පිළිබඳව මා මාධ්‍ය තුළ දැක්කා. එක් මන්ත්‍රීවරයෙක් සම්බන්ධ කරගෙන දේශපාලන පක්ෂයක් සම්බන්ධ වී ජාතික ආණ්ඩුවක් පිහිටවීම කොතරම් දුරට සදාචාරාත්මකද කියන කාරණය මෙහිදී විමසිය යුතු වෙනවා. ඇමතිකම් වැඩි කිරීමේ අරමුණ සහ මන්ත්‍රී ඇමතිකම් වලට වැඩි පහසුකම් දීම පමණක් එයින් සිදුවීමයි මා දකින්නේ. යෝජිත ජාතික ආණ්ඩු අදහසට මා මාධ්‍ය තුල දුටු ආකාරයට නම් මා ඒට තරයේම විරුද්ධ වෙන බව මෙහිදී කිය යුතුයි.
Over 500 prisoners from prisons across the country were released today following the presidential pardon, which marked the 71st National Day of Sri Lanka. Commissioner of the Department of Prisons, Tushara Upuludeniya, said that 518 prisoners serving jail terms for minor offences at 29 prisons island-wide were released after considering their behaviour during the detention period. Accordingly, 41 prisoners from the Anuradhapura prison were released, while 39 were released from the Valikara prison today. Prisoners jailed for minor offences in Gaul, Kalutara, Batiklu, Mathura and other prisons also received the presidential pardon. On to one of our headline-making news. Archbishop of Colombo, His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit, is of the view that the issues of the northern people cannot be resolved by the introduction of a new constitution. Preaching during a holy mass held to invoke blessings upon the country on its national day, the Cardinal pointed to bringing communities together as the only way to resolve the issue.
අද රටේ අපිට නොයෙකුත් ප්‍රශ්න තිබෙනවා. බලන්න උතුරු නැගෙනහිර ප්‍රශ්නය. ඒ ප්‍රශ්නය තාම निराකරණය වෙලා නැහැ. ඒ නිසා තමයි මේ ව්‍යවස්ථාවලින් මේක निराකරණය කරන්නට පුළුවන් කියලා හිතාගෙන ඒ මාර්ගයේ යන්නට උත්සාහ කරන්නේ සමහරු. මේක ව්‍යවස්ථාවකින් හදන්නට පුළුවන් දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. මේක හදවතින් හදන්නට තියෙන දෙයක්. මම දන්න කාලෙක ඉඳලා අපි කියනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකාව තුල සෑම පුරවැසියෙකුටම සිංහල සහ දෙමළ යන භාෂාවල් ඉගෙන ගන්නට කටයුතු සලස්වන්න කියලා. මේ යුද්ධයක් අවසාන වෙලා තාමත්ම භයානක කාල පරිච්ඡේදයක් හරහා පැමිණි අපි තවමත් ඉගෙනගෙන නැහැ අපේ දරුවන්ට දෙමළ සහ සිංහල යන භාෂා දෙකම උගන්වන පරිසරයක් ඇති කරන්න. තවමත් අපි වෙන් වෙච්ච ජාතීන් දෙකක් හැටියට තමයි මේ රටේ ජීවත් වෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා අපි අද ඉඳලවත් කල්පනා කරන්නට ඕනේ මේ රට තුල සැබෑ සාමයක් ඇති කරන්නට ව්‍යවස්ථාවල් සම්පාදනය කරලා ඒක කරන්න බෑ, නීතියකින් කරන්න බෑ. ඒක කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ හදවත් එකතු කිරීමකින් පමණයි.
The remains of the two Sri Lankan peacekeepers who were killed in Mali were brought to Sri Lanka today. Their remains were formally received in a military parade at the Bandaranaike International Airport and officially handed over to the Army Commander, Lieutenant General Mahesh Senanayake.
An armoured vehicle called WMZ carrying Sri Lankan peacekeeping troops on patrol in Douentza in West Africa's Mali came under a remote-controlled improvised explosive device by a rebel group attack on the 25th of January. The attack claimed the lives of Sergeant SS Vijay Kumara and Major HWD Jaya Vikrama. Their remains were brought to the country this afternoon.
මේ අවස්ථාවේදී නිලධාරීන් දෙදෙනාගේම පවුලේ සියලු දෙනාටම මගේ ශෝකය ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. රජයක් හැටියට පවුලේ සියලුම අවශ්‍යතාවලට ප්‍රතිපාදනයක ලබා දෙන්නත් ජනාධිපතිතුමාගේ අනුමැතියත් සමගම ඒ වැඩ කටයුතු දැන් ආරම්භ කරලා තියෙනවා. එක්සත් ජාතීන්ගේ සංවිධානය විසිනුත් පවුලේ සියලු දෙනාටම ඒ අවශ්‍ය ප්‍රතිපාදන ලබා දෙන්නට වැඩ කටයුතු දැන් ආරම්භ කරලා තියෙන්නේ.
First of all, let me offer my deepest condolences to the Sri Lankan people and to the families and friends of the fallen comrades in particular. The Sri Lankan forces conduct important and difficult tasks in Mali. They make sure that the forces are sustained so that we can implement the peace accord and provide a better security and livelihood of the Malian people. The attack that we're exposed to was a coward attack by terrorists putting IEDs at the road that we have used a lot. This will only strengthen us more, make us more determined to continue the fight.
Customs Officers Union claims that the country's economy had incurred heavy losses owing to the ongoing trade union action, as Sri Lanka is losing 80% of the daily revenue obtained by Sri Lanka Customs. Chairman of the Customs Officers Union, Dinusha Hettiarachi, says that all export and import operations will also become to a standstill unless the government resolves the issue with a proper solution. The ongoing trade union action was launched by the Joint Customs Trade Union last Wednesday, objecting the transfer of the Director General of Sri Lanka Customs, PSM Charles, who was later replaced by a retired Navy officer.
The Work to Rule trade union action launched by the Joint Customs Trade Unions last Wednesday entered its sixth day today. Trade unions protested against the appointment of a retired Navy officer as its new Director General. They also continue to demand the reinstatement of the former Director General of Customs, PSM Charles. The operations at the Customs headquarters as well as the container examination terminals at Orugodavatta and Paliagoda have come to a standstill owing to the trade union action. Trade unions say that clearance will be made only on perishable cargo such as potatoes and Bombay onions and medicinal drugs during the trade union action. Several other state sector trade unions have already come forward to join with the Joint Customs Trade Unions to launch a broader trade union action from tomorrow unless the government resolves the issue. Trade unions such as importers, transporters, excise and apparel sectors, which directly transact with the customs, addressed a joint media briefing last night.
We are very concerned about the situation that has arisen in the country, where we cannot clear our imports and we cannot even affect our exports on time. We are aware that there is a major push to get this issue resolved with the Sri Lanka Customs and the government, but we are very concerned that if no action is taken right now, we are going to suffer in the next weeks and coming months, as the international community and the buyers are also looking at Sri Lanka in a way where they will be reluctant to place their orders in Sri Lanka, given the fact that there is no immediate resolution or solution to this issue. We urge the government and the customs and the trade to work together like we have come here today to ensure that there would be a meaningful, substantial solution given to this situation, that the trade will not be put into such situations going forward. There should be a proper mechanism in addressing these situations, and we urge the government and the trade to work together and come to a solution where we could see light at the end of the tunnel and have a continuous improvement in our process.
Trade union actions initiated by Customs Unions Alliance is continuing for the 6th consecutive day, incurring huge losses to the economy. We had discussions with several public sector trade unions such as GMOA, Inland Revenue Trade Union, Excise Department Trade Union and all Ceylon Bankers Union. They all pledged their fullest support towards our cause, and if a solution is not reached by tomorrow, they agreed to join our action, and we are planning to have a joint trade union action from day after tomorrow. We also had discussions with some private sector trade organizations such as Apparel Exporters Association, Essential Commodities Importers Association, and Wharf Clerks Union and Container Transporters Association. They all pledged their support. In addition, if a solution is not reached by tomorrow 4 p.m., a Container Transporters Association is agreed to stop all their operations.
Meanwhile, the Essential Food Importers and Traders Association confirmed that all wholesale shops in Peta will not be open for business tomorrow. Speaking to Ada Derana, Secretary to the association G. Ilamanathan also urged the government to resolve the issue immediately.
Minister of National Integration, Official Languages and Hindu Religious Affairs, Manu Ganeshan, today requested the public to await good news as the issue concerning the daily wage of plantation workers as well as customs officials will be resolved within 3 days. Responding to journalists in Colombo today, the minister also said that industries including the plantation sector will undergo a restructuring process.
මෙරට තුල අපිට සිංහලකම, දමිලකම, මුස්ලිම්කම, බෞද්ධ, හින්දු, ඉස්ලාම්, කතෝලිකකම තියෙනවා. ඒවම ආරක්ෂා වෙනවා. ආරක්ෂා වෙන්නට ඕන. ඒක තර්කයක් නෑ. නමුත් එමොට වඩා ඉස්මත් වෙන්නේ, වැදගත් වෙන්නේ ශ්‍රී ලාංකිකත්වය. මේ රේගු ප්‍රශ්නයටත්, ඒ වතුගම්බුරු ජනතා ප්‍රශ්නයටත් දවස් 3කින් අපි ඉස්තුම ලබා දෙනවා.
The minister was also quizzed about the formation of a national government.
ජාතිකරණ පවතිනව නේද මේ අවස්ථාවේදී? එතුව නෑනේ. එක්සත් ජාතික පෙරමුණ තුල තියෙන්නේ. එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂය, දඹුල්ල ප්‍රසිද්ධ සන්ධානය, ශ්‍රී ලංකා මුස්ලිම් කොංග්‍රසිය, සමස්ත ශ්‍රී ලංකා මකල් කොංග්‍රසිය ආදී ගැලවුම් පක්ෂ කීපයක් තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේ අපිත් එක්ක එකතු වෙනවා ශ්‍රී ලංකා දස්පක්ෂ කණ්ඩායම එජාපස ශ්‍රී ලංකා දස්පක්ෂ එකතු වුණත් තමයි ජාතිකරණ කවුරු කිව්වද? ලියලා තියෙනව නෑනේ. දැන් ජාතිකරණ පවතිනවා. කලබල වෙන්න එපා. අපි අදලා පෙන්නන්නම්.
The minister was further questioned by the journalists on the increase of the daily wage of plantation workers.
දැන් මේගොල්ලන් ජනතාව පාරට බස්සලා මිනිසුන්ට බොරු පොරොන්දු දීලා ලබා දුන්න රුපියල් 20යි. පෙර තිබුණේ 830ක් 850ක් ලබා දීලා තින්නේ. රුපියල් 20යි. ගණන් දන්න අයට ඔළුව තියෙන අයට තේරෙනවා. දවිල පොලිස් සන්ධානය යටියට බලය පාවිච්චි කරලා වැඩි කරනවා. ඒ වගේ මේ කර්මාන්ත තුල අපි නැවත සැබෑ ප්‍රතිසංස්කරණයක් ගේනවා. ඒකත් කරනවා බලන්න.
Over the past 1.5 years, we have heard numerous criminal activities taking place in the northern province, which were allegedly carried out by a gang named Ava. During Ada Derana's program talk with Chatura, members of this gang, Arula Nandam Arun, made a few critical claims regarding the situation in his native province.
අරුන් ඇයි මේ ආවා කණ්ඩායමක් කියලා ගෲප් එකක් හැදෙන්නේ? ඕගොල්ලෝ ඇත්තටම දකුණ බය කරානේ.
දැන් ආවා කල්ලිය කියලා කල්ලියක් යාපනයේ කිසිසේත්ම නැහැ.
කවුද මේ නම දැම්මේ එතකොට?
මේ නම දැම්මේ මම හිතන විදිහට මේ නම සුමන්ද්‍රන් සරවණ බවන් විද්‍යාදරන්
ඔබ ප්‍රසිද්ධ මාධ්‍යයකට ඇවිල්ලා කාට හරි චෝදනාවක් කරාම ඒකේ වගකීමක් මටත් එනවා කෙනෙකුට ප්‍රසිද්ධියේ මඩ ගහන්න ඉඩ දුන්නා කියන එක. ඔබ මේ වගකීම බාර ගන්නට ඕන.
මම මේක කියන්නෙම අර මිනිස්සු දැන් මම නම කියන මිනිස්සු උසාවි යන්න ඕනේ කියලා. ඒතකොට මේ කට්ටිය තමයි මේක ඇති කරේ. සුමන්ද්‍රන්ගෙන් ආනු දැන් ආවා කල්ලිය කියලා කල්ලියක් උතරේ බී වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඔයා මොකද මේ ගැන කියන්නේ කියලා. එතකොට මෙයා කියනවා මේ ඒම අපේ ලොකුවට මේ ආවා කල්ලිය කියලා කල්ලියක් නෑ නිකන් පොඩි උන් සෙට් එකක්. මේ කට්ටිය නිකන් ඉන්දියන් පිචර්ස් බලලා දැන් මේ වෙච්ච කොල්ලෝ සෙට් එකක්. එතකොට අර යනවා. ඇයි එතකොට ආවා කියලා එන්නේ? එක කේස් වලට මාට් වුණා පොලිසියෙන් හොයන් යනවනේ. ආනවල අම්මේ මේ අර එයාගේ ෆොටෝ එකක් දෙන්න කියලා. ඒ වගේ හාවා වගේ එයා දාගෙන හිටපු කිට් එක ස්කූල් එකෙන් ඒ ෆොටෝ එක තමයිලු දුන්නේ මේ පොලිසියට. ඉතින් පොලිසිය ඒක හාවා කියලා කරාලු. පොලිසිය මෝඩයිද නැත්නම් සුමන්ද්‍රන් මෝඩයිද නැත්නම් බලන් ඉන්න ජනතාව මෝඩයිද?
හාවා ආවා කියන්නේ බෙලි කපලා නැද්ද? පොරෝපාර ගහලා නැද්ද? කං කපලා නැද්ද මිනිස්සුන්ගේ? වෙඩි තියලා නැද්ද?
මේ වාර්තාව ගන්නකො 2014 ඉඳලා ආවා කල්ලිය කියලා.
නෑ එහෙම දේවල් සිද්ධ වුණානේ යාපනේ. ධර්මපුරම් වල හිටපු.
ඒක නේ අපි කතා කරමු.
ආවා ගෲප් එක ඒවට සම්බන්ධයිනේ.
ඒක තමයි ආවා ගෲප් එකක් මම කියන්නේ එම ගෲප් එකක් නෑ චතුර යාපනේ නයිට් ක්ලබ්ස් නෑ. ලොකු හොටෙල්ස් නෑ. සෙල්ලම් කරන්න පිටණියක් නෑ. ගේ ඉස්සරහා ඉඳගෙන අපේ කොල්ලොත් දෙන්නේ අයට කනවා. පොලිස් ජීප් එක ආවා දාගත්ත ඇතුළට චුන්නාගම පොලිසියට අරන් ගියා. ඒ මුළු රෑම තියලා ගැව්වා උදේ එළියට දැම්මා. හේතුව පාරේයි ඉන්නේ. අපි කවදාවත් කැමති නෑ ආයුධයක් අරගෙන මේ ෆ්‍රීඩම් එකක් අදන්න. කොහොමද ඒකම පුළුවන් දෙම? ප්‍රභාකරන්ගේ අරගලයක් නෙමෙයි. උන් ගාගත්ත නැද්ද? බෙදාගත්ත නැද්ද? දැන් එතකොට ඕක මේ ජනතාව වෙනුවෙන්ද? දෙමළ අරසු කච්චි කියනකොටම ලංකා දෙමළ අරසි කියන රාජ්‍ය දෙමළ රාජ්‍ය පක්ෂය එහෙම තියෙනවද රාජ්‍ය? කාටද වැඩිපුර ජාතිවාදී තියෙන්නේ?
ඔබ කියන විදිහට නම් දෙමළ ජාතික සන්ධානය.
ඔයාට කෙලිම ඩිරෙක්ට් එක්සැම්පල් එක CV විග්නේශ්වරන්. ඒ විග්නේශ්වරන්ම ඇවිල්ලා පළවෙනි රැළියේදී වල්වටිතුරේ කියනවා ප්‍රභාකරන් ඇවිල්ලා මා වීරයා. එතකොට මම ආනවා අයාගෙන් ඇයි මේ වීරයා ගාවට ඔයාගේ ළමයි දරුවෝ යවුවේ නැත්තේ? දැන් යනෝනේ දකුණේ ලොකු ව්‍යාපෘතියක් යනවා සිංහල අයට දෙමළ උගන්වන්න. දැන් උතුරේම නෑනේ.
උතුරේ දරුවෝ සිංහල ඉගෙන ගන්න නැද්ද?
නෑනේ ටීචර්ස්ලා නෑ උගන්වන්නේ කරන්නේ නැත්තේ ඇයි? විග්නේශ්වරන්ට සිංහල දන්නේ ඉඳානේ. එයාගේ මේ දුවව හරි පුතාව හරි වසුදේවත් එක්ක මේ බන්දලා දුන්නේ. දැන් එතකොට අපිත් දන්නවනම් අපිත් ඇවිල්ලා චතුරත් එක්ක චතුරගේ කාගෙන් හරි අපිත් බඳ ගන්නවා. මේ ඒවම අපි සම්මතතාවය ඇති කරා ගන්නවා. ඇති කරා නම්
මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ ඉවරයිනේ.
ප්‍රශ්නේ ඉවරයිනේ. එතකොට ගොඩ යන්න පුළුවන් ඒගොල්ලන්ට. මේ සමස්ත මේ රටම අපේ. අපි ඒක හදන්න ඕන. අපි අදමු එකතු වෙලා. අපි කතා කරමු, සාකච්ඡා කරමු, එකතු වෙමු.
Let's have a look on some of the stories making news across Sri Lanka.
Race the Pearl bicycle race was commenced at Dondra in Maithripala last evening, and the race was planned to finish within 24 hours at Point Pedro with a distance of 660 kilometers today. The organizers claim that the race was organized with the intention of having 1,000 wheelchairs for the needy persons in the country. The organisation Maubima Venuwin Ranaviruwo held a protest in front of Fort Railway Station today, claiming that the presidential pardon was not given on 4 army soldiers who had been served with capital punishment by the court. The organisation, together with the family members of the soldiers, also had a protest walk to the Independence Square. Meanwhile, a protest was held at Jaffna bus stand demanding the release of imprisoned Tamil leaders for political reasons. The protest was organised by the organisation Equal Rights. A three-wheeler collided with a motor vehicle at Dolgoda on the Bandaragama Panadura main road. The rider, who sustained severe injuries, was rushed to the Bandaragama hospital. A CCTV camera at a nearby shop captured the incident.
We'll now cross over to a short commercial break. Make sure you stay tuned on some business news.
You are watching Sri Lanka's #1 news channel. This is Other Derana 24.
Now, oil hit a 2-month high above $63 a barrel today as OPEC led supply cuts and US sanctions against Venezuela's petroleum industry offset forecasts of weaker demand and an economic slowdown. The Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries and its allies began a new round of supply cuts in January. These curbs, led by Saudi Arabia, have been compounded by voluntary losses that the Venezuelan sanctions could deepen. Brent crude COC1, the global benchmark, hit $63.40 US dollar a barrel, the highest since 7th of December, and was up 49 cents and 63.24 US dollars as of this afternoon. US crude COC1 hit a 2019 high of 55.68 US dollars and was later up 9 cents at 55.35 cents per US dollars. A Reuters survey last week found that OPEC supply fell in January by the largest amount in 2 years. While OPEC and its allies are cutting output, the United States is expanding supply, but figures on Friday showed a drop in the number of US oil rigs to their lowest in the 8 months, lending price some support. Now, as more and more companies in China go global, questions have been raised about the size of China's overseas investments, the number of companies that have made direct investments abroad, and the potential future directions of overseas investment. The 2018 report on development of China's outward investment and economic cooperation, issued by China's Ministry of Commerce, gave some clear answers to these questions. The report says that China has now grown into an outbound foreign investment powerhouse owing to its optimized industry structures.
The 2018 report on development of China's outward investment and economic cooperation had reviewed trends, characteristics and highlights of China's outbound direct investment in 2017. Accordingly, by the end of 2017, China's outward investment had amounted to $1.8 trillion, up by a third from the previous year and accounting for 5.9% of the global total. In 2017, its investment outflows totaled $158.2 billion, which, although down 1/5 from the previous year, still made China the world's third largest global investor. By the end of 2017, 25,500 domestic investors had established 39,200 direct investment enterprises across 189 countries and regions with total assets of $6 trillion. Given that international trade protectionism is on the rise, the future prospects of China-US trade are unclear, and developed countries have generally strengthened their supervision over foreign investment. Two of China's key tasks have been to optimize investments and control investment risks. Accordingly, countries' industry structures have been optimized, while irrational investments in sectors like real estate, hotels, cinemas, entertainment and sports clubs have been curbed. However, investment in advanced manufacturing, modern service industries and agriculture has grown rapidly.
In the latest development on the crisis in Venezuela, UK, Spain and other European countries have officially recognized opposition leader Juan Guaido as interim president of Venezuela. The coordinated move came after the expiry of an 8-day deadline they set last weekend for President Maduro to call a new vote. Russia, however, called the decision as foreign meddling and highlighted that Venezuelans, not foreign countries, should resolve their own domestic political issues.
Spain, Britain, Austria, Sweden and Denmark recognized Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido as interim president of Venezuela today, while France said he had the right to organize an election given the socialist government's refusal to do so. Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro rejected the ultimatum he had been given by several European Union countries and ruled out a new poll. The Venezuelan leader, accused of running the OPEC nation like a dictatorship and wrecking its economy, accused that Europe's ruling elite are sycophantically following US President Donald Trump's agenda. Guaido, who leads the opposition-controlled National Assembly, declared himself temporary leader last month in a move that has split global powers. Trump immediately recognized him and asked the European Union nations back Guaido, though some have been nervous over the global president of a self-declaration. Maduro, who had the support of Russia and China, blames a US-led economic war and also accuses Washington of seeking a coup against him. Following the decision by European nations today, Russia said it was a coordinated attempt to legitimize Guaido's illegal attempt to seize power, which amounted to foreign meddling. Meanwhile, a major bloc of Latin American nations and Canada are currently discussing on how to maintain pressure on the Venezuelan president to hold new elections as he faces widespread calls to resign after last year's disputed presidential vote.
Wreckage from a plane carrying Cardiff City footballer Emiliano Sala has been discovered in the English Channel. The aircraft was lost on 21st January on its way from Nantes, France to Cardiff, with a 28-year-old Argentine striker and 56-year-old pilot David Ibbotson on board. Accident investigators are expected to send a submersible to inspect the wreckage today. Following the discovery of the wreckage, the private search has now been stood down, and Accidents Investigation Branch in UK is at the site working to recover the plane. Cardiff had signed Salah for a club record of €15 million, and he was due to start training last month. There will be emotional tributes to the footballer as Cardiff played their first home game since the disappearance on Saturday. Now, after this commercial break, we will have some sports news on the other side. Stay tuned.
You are watching Sri Lanka's #1 news channel. This is Other Derana 24.
it was another heartache for the Sri Lankans as the second test against Australia did not end well, with the home team dismissing the visitors for 149 this afternoon to win the match by a massive 366 runs. Being defeated by the Indians in the previous tour, Australia ended a challenging summer of Test cricket with a huge win over Sri Lanka in Canberra today.
Sri Lanka resumed on 17 for no loss today, needing a daunting 516 to win. Dimuth Karunaratne was the first to be dismissed as he was bowled out by Mitchell Starc. Chandimal soon followed that too to a Stark's delivery. Thiruvanna was seen quite stable with 30 runs against his name but was soon dismissed by Pat Cummins. There were little resistance from Sri Lankans who were seen helpless facing the Australian bowling attack, eventually ending 366 runs short. Starc had a fine day with the ball as he ended with 5 for 46 and took 10 wickets in the game.
Captain of the West Indies cricket team, Jason Holder, will miss the final test against England after being banned by the International Cricket Council today. The all-rounder will serve a one-match suspension for his side's low over rate in the 10-wicket win in the second test against England. The third test in St. Lucia starts on Saturday with West Indies 2-0 up in the series. Holder is the leading run scorer with 229 at an average of 114.50. And with that, we conclude this edition of First at 9. Thank you for joining us and have a pleasant evening.